Jim, the U.S. military is tracking this out-of-control rocket. Are they any closer to knowing when and where it will crash?
They are, Pamela. This is the latest information. The latest track has this coming down to Earth in Turkmenistan, in Central Asia. The timing of this, tomorrow evening, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. This would be early Sunday morning hours in Central Asia. Of course, the problem with that is that's land. It's not the sea, where it would not be a danger, potentially populated areas. That's the issue here. China made a mistake here, in effect, from the view of the U.S. It sent a very large rocket stage into orbit. Typically, these are multi-stage rockets. You've seen the movies before, Apollo 13 and so on. They typically fall to Earth before getting into orbit. This one went into orbit, which means it has to come back into the Earth's atmosphere, and if it's big enough, as this one is, the size of a school bus, 22 tons, it does not burn up in the Earth's atmosphere, and that's where we are today. Same thing happened last year with the Chinese rocket. They're going to be watching this very closely in the next 24 hours.
Wow. So what is the Chinese government saying about all this, David?
Pamela, it's interesting hearing Jim there describe it because they are normally very proud about these rockets when they're launching. However, in this case, they've been rather quiet. The one exception coming from Chinese officials on Friday, where they said that the chance of this doing any harm or damage is extremely low. I think the bigger context here is looking at what is a growing concern, and that is, as Jim pointed out, this happened last year with a sizable rocket that they put up and the debris coming back, and what seems to be growing congestion up in space. I mean, if you look at what China has been doing, they've been putting billions of dollars into their space program. Launches continued really uninterrupted through much of the pandemic and are expected to continue going forward. They have ambitions for Mars. They have a lot on their radar going ahead, and they're not saying much about what they're tracking. It seems that's mostly coming from U.S. officials, interestingly enough, Pamela.